Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. I hope your Monday, I hope your week's off to a good start. Mine is. I had one of those rare, very productive mornings today. Got up before the clouds came in, got sun this morning, vitamin D, check. Got out, went to do errands, made an appointment to see about my neck on Wednesday with a good physical therapist here. Was happy with his response. He seemed to be very well trained and know what he was doing. I was a little bit concerned because the people that referred me to him told me he didn't speak English. And as I've told you guys, I'm communicative in Spanish, but when you have to explain something like deep like this, not so good. But he seemed to just, and that was comforting. As soon as I described it a little bit, he knew where the pain started, where it stopped. So I know he knows what he's doing. He's a real physical therapist. So got an appointment for Wednesday. The cold seems to have just stopped. I'm laying in bed last night and I was looking around funny and I'm like, I don't seem to have a cold anymore. I don't have any congestion, no blowing my nose or anything like that. Now I should say that we have different strains of colds and flus down here because even before I was eating a very healthy lifestyle, I've caught a cold in the past and they aren't as severe, but that was quick. I mean, that was, if I'm not mistaken, that was like a 3-day cold. I think there was 3 nights where I was a little bit congested and yeah, just knocked that one right out. So got a good start to the week here. You know, what I want to talk to you today just kind of fell into my lap last night. I was doing a little reading before, I went to bed, and something popped up in reference to the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People by, I don't have the open right in front of me now, Dr. Napoleon Hill. Now that was one of the original self-help books, and I hate that. And this one's not so much a self-help book as just a good common sense. Now, where I first read it was kind of, even though it's not hardcore, it's not about sales. It was one of those things back in the 80s when all of us were being salespeople, trying to be salesmen, making that big dollar that all salespeople read. So I read it during that time. But basically all it is a collection of things. It's just basically common sense. And it's a very good read for every aspect of your life. But I started thinking about it as it applies to veganism because, to be quite frank, overall, and I'm generalizing here, vegans suck as salespeople. If you're going to beat me over the head and tell me I'm stupid, I'm evil, I'm this and that, I'm not very inclined to buy what you're selling. And unless it's just ego for you, whether it's about the animals, the planet, or about health, if you're sharing or giving this message to people in that way and you don't want to hear this, well then it's just about ego, because then you're not actually interested in people coming to a plant-based lifestyle or like coming to veganism for whatever reasons. You're just more interested in your ego and showing them the facts and showing them what you know and trying to beat everybody over your head with it, and that doesn't work. So I would definitely recommend that everybody should read this book. It's a good read. In fact, I think I'm going to have to, I'm sure probably that's one of those books that's cheap on the Kindle. I'm going to have to get it on my Kindle and just read it again. I'm just going to go through a little bit of it here. How to Win Friends and Influence People is one of the first best-selling self-help books ever published, written by Dale Carnegie. Did I say it was Dale Carnegie? I don't think that was who I was thinking. And first published in 1936. Go through a little bit of the contents here. Here's a good one. 12 things this book will do for you. And I'm reading this straight from Wikipedia. Get 1 second. All right, sorry about that. We're obviously in transition here because there is no rhyme or reason to our weather these days. It's like I set it up. I got sun this morning, then it rained, got real black. Then as I was setting, the sun came out, so I set my chair up for that, and then it starts raining. So, okay, here we are under the cover, and we're all good. So, back to the message. And like I say, here's just a quick thing. 12 things this book will do for you. Get you out of a mental rut, give you new thoughts, new visions, new ambitions, enable you to make friends quickly and easily. Some of it's kind of hokey stuff, but yeah, it's good stuff. Increase your popularity, help you to win people to your way of thinking. Blah, blah, blah. Some of this is a little bit cheesy here, and this is Wikipedia. This isn't from the book. This is stuff about, this is a lot of the sales stuff, increase your earning power, make you a better sales I take more of the lessons of just the general message of it instead of a specific application. Here's some good stuff that it talks about: fundamental techniques in handling people. Don't criticize, condemn, or complain. Give honest and sincere appreciation. Arouse in the other person an eager want. Here's a great section right here. 12 ways to win people to your way of thinking. The only way to get the best of an argument is to avoid it. Show respect for the other person's opinions. Never say you're wrong. If you're wrong, admit it quickly and emphatically. Begin in a friendly way. Start with questions to which the other person will answer yes. Let the other person do a great deal of the talking. Let the other person feel the idea is hers or his. Try honestly to see things from the other person's point of view. Be sympathetic with the other person's ideas and desires. Appeal to the nobler motives. Dramatize your ideas. Throw down a challenge. In another section, how to be a leader, how to change people without giving offense or arousing resentment. Begin with praise and honest appreciation. Call attention to people's mistakes indirectly. Talk about your own mistakes before criticizing the other person. Ask questions instead of giving direct orders. Let the other person save face. Praise every improvement. Give the other person a fine reputation to live up to. Use encouragement. Make the fault seem easy to correct. Make the other person happy about doing what you suggest. Just some weird stuff down here. Here's just a little note at the end. 7 rules for making your home life happier. Don't nag. Don't try to make your partner over. Don't criticize. Give honest appreciation. Pay little attentions. Be courteous. Read a good book on the sexual side of marriage. I don't think that has to do, or no, that actually is in that book. Little section thrown in. But you see what the gist of that is. The only reason I was reading those particulars there is I just wanted you to kind of get a little gist of what the book is about. But you can kind of see the common sense there, right? I mean, that makes sense to everybody, doesn't it? That, that the way we approach people is probably going to affect the kind of results we get, or like what kind of response that they give back to us. So yeah, I'm just going to end right there. Like I said, this was a short message. I saw that last night, and I just got that connection with how this could be applied to veganism, raw veganism, but just veganism in general mostly, and just thought it would be a good recommendation that everybody could, you might enjoy the book too. It's a great book. Like I say, it's just a great book on life. It's one of those books, I would have to add that in my just top 10 of books that probably that I'm happy I read. Just certain type books that have shaped your thinking in a certain way. But anyhow, hope you guys like this video. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and yeah, look it up. I mean, I don't know. Maybe this would be, I'm assuming this would probably be on Kindle, even though it's an older book. I'm sure somebody's updated it to that. But pick it up. You can pick it up for cheap somewhere, and it's a good read, and it's a quick read. You'll probably read it in a couple of days. Anyhow, hope you guys have a wonderful week. Love you. Peace.